Unfortunately, the likelihood of you getting out of the hole you are in as a trader is extremely low. But don't click off yet, let me explain why. Now, before I explain, I want to ask you a question. Have you tried what you think is every strategy there is? If this sounds like you, then this video is for you. What if I told you that the results of your trading have absolutely nothing to do with a strategy and everything to do with you? But you've heard that before, right? Maybe from me, or maybe from another trader telling you it is psychology. This isn't what I mean. So what do I mean by it has everything to do with you? Well, let's see. We as traders operate within a space where everything is seemingly random. Nothing works forever or consistently. Some things make sense for a while and then they just don't. Everyone has their own system that works for them and only them. It doesn't work for you. This is foreshadowing, by the way. So what exactly should you do? The answer is actually a lot simpler than you think. You have to build your own system. Yeah, that's it. Build something bespoke to you. The reason why following what other people teach you doesn't ever work is because you are following someone else's roadmap. But the question I want to ask you here again is, are you going where they are going? No? Then why follow their map? I have taught over 1,600 traders from all over the world to trade. And the one thing I've learned as a teacher is by pushing the trader to do what is comfortable for them will always trump trying to have them trade like me. You may have heard me say this. You aren't coming by me to learn to trade. You're coming by me to learn to think. The reason the way I do it works is simple. Could you imagine hopping into someone else's car? You never adjust the seats or the mirrors. You never get a feel for the pedals, the throttle, the brakes, and you just being told to go. Yeah, sure, an experienced driver could adapt pretty quickly, but that is the other piece of the puzzle. That's the next side of the problem. In order to build your own system, you have to have the experience in different scenarios to understand what you like and don't like. This is the part everyone wants to skip. The hours spent on practice and understanding, research and development, and just pure execution. You can't expect to adapt quickly like an experienced driver or trader if you aren't an experienced driver or trader. What I do when I am teaching traders is I get a feel for what they know. I then put them in more scenarios like that to see how they react and operate. And then I explain from an experienced point of view how I would have dealt with that particular situation and why. What this does is it gives context. Context is something that only being in the scenario and having the experience, because you've done that before, you've been there before, can reveal. I've been doing this for almost 9 years at this point, and I ask this question. Do you think I know everything? Of course not. I am always a student myself, because there's so many scenarios within this industry, you'd never know and learn them all. But I have enough information on how I should react in most of the ones that happen day to day, which is what I think is needed for the most part to see any kind of long-term success. Anyone who's worked with me knows that I absolutely love working with traders, and it doesn't just give me the ability to share what I know, but it also reintroduces the human element to this industry. If this is something that interests you, check out the pinned comment below, or you can message me directly on Telegram at Brandon Evo. No bullshit promises, not guaranteeing anyone's success. I am just attempting to show you how I would react in most of these scenarios you'd encounter on a day-to-day basis.